Okay, I am back. I've come down the street on Beckley, and it's a busy street. A lot of traffic on Beckley, a lot of fast-moving traffic, and I've made it to the Oswald. So I want to show you up close here what it looks like. This is located on 1026 North Beckley. And looks like there's a tour here showing up to look at the house, just like we're doing. I'm going to back up, get out of their way a little bit. As you can see, the rooming house, and I'm going to walk out into the street here. And of course, you can see it's right on an intersection, so it's very close to the bus stop. I'm going to walk around the corner here to the bus stop. And I'll explain here in a minute why the bus stop is important. Anyway, here's the front of the rooming house. You see this. All right, and there's the tour. They're walking in. I'm on this sidewalk here, and I'm going to walk the other direction because I want to show you something that's interesting. Important because the assassination, as you know, happened at 12:30. That's when the shooting happened. And at 1 o'clock exactly, Lee Harvey Oswald entered his rooming house. And he got here by a combination of bus, and cab, taxi cab. Anyway, he ends up at 1 o'clock at his rooming house. And of course, that's observed by the lady, I don't know if she was the cleaning lady or if she was the landlady or whatever, but she was sitting there in the front room watching news coverage of the assassination. When he walked in, she noted it was 1 o'clock exactly. And I'll turn this around. So at 1 o'clock, he goes into his room in the rooming house and shuts his door, comes back out at 1:03. And of course, we know now that he grabbed a jacket, and he was putting his jacket on as he was coming out and was leaving, and he had put a .38 revolver in his pocket, and he was leaving. And she noted that while she was sitting there, she heard a horn honk, and she looked outside. She kind of moved aside the blinds there and looked, and there was a police car sitting there. And then she watched as the police car, after it honked a couple times, like it was a signal or something, just eased on around the corner. Well, this is the corner I'm talking about. So there's that van that's parked at Oswald's rooming house. That's the tour van. And here's the intersection. Here's the corner. So it eased around the corner here, and she kind of lost sight of it. Well, Oswald came out at 1:03. So he was in there for 3 minutes, and he hurriedly left. And she said that he followed that same path. He came out where that van is. He got on that sidewalk. He walked up that sidewalk and around, and then she lost sight of him. And an eyewitness, said that he saw Oswald standing here. This was the bus stop, and I don't know if it's still a bus stop or not. I don't see. It's such a busy intersection. I'm going to walk down here a couple steps and see if I find the bus stop, if there's still a bus stop here. But in 1963, there was a bus stop right here on this corner. And we know that he was on this bus stop, or standing here at this bus stop, because the eyewitness saw him at 1:05. That is a key time. That is very key to remember that time. Anyway, I'm just walking along here, looking for any sort of sign that says bus stop, but I don't see a sign that says bus stop anymore. But anyway, this was a bus stop in 1963, and we know that he was standing here because a witness said he was standing here at 1:05, and later when he was arrested, he was found with a punched bus ticket in his pocket. So he was, according to a witness, at 1:05, and it's important you remember that time, he was standing out front here waiting for a bus. And he had already paid for the bus ticket, and it was already punched. I want to walk back to the rooming house here and just show you one more time. Remember that the time is what's important here. 1 o'clock, which is 30 minutes after the shooting, he walks in the front door of the rooming house, and his landlord, whatever, sees him and briefly converses with him. 1:03, he leaves the front door in a hurry. He's putting on a jacket, and he's put a .38 revolver in his pocket. She watches as he turns right out the front of her porch, actually goes down the sidewalk, turns right on the sidewalk, and disappears basically in the same direction that police car had disappeared a few minutes earlier. And according to another witness, he had gone down to stand at the bus stop, and that's where they saw him. So this is the rooming house. This is 1026 North Beckley. And we were just at the other end of this street. Follow that street up. At the other end of it is the R.L. Thornton Expressway and the entrance and exit ramps where Ralph Leon Yates picked up somebody anyway, posing to be Oswald, as a hitchhiker, and took him to the Texas School Book Depository. In between here and that entrance exit to the R.L. Thornton Expressway is a street, very famous, East Jefferson Street, and that's where we're going to be later, because that's the location of the Texas Theater, and that of course is where Oswald is later arrested on this day. So this is Oswald's rooming house, and it's on a very busy street. Beckley is a very busy street, so I want to note that, because if he walks like the Warren Commission is going to say that he did from this location to the Texas Theater, which is about a mile away, somebody's going to see him. Okay, somebody will have to see him. Like I said, it's a very busy thoroughfare. You can't get from here to the Texas Theater, or you can't get from here to the site of the Tippett Slang, which is another mile in a different direction, unless you run in the timetable that he has. So you're either going to see a man running or walking very fast, and there would be multiple witnesses who would have seen that. And yet nobody ever did. Nobody did. That's the crux of it. And then, of course, I want you to remember the 105, because the last witness to see Lee Harvey Oswald was 105. And the witnesses that watched Tippett get slain in the city street say it happened at 106. Okay, we got a problem, don't we? I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but I'm just laying the groundwork to let you see what the problem is. It's the timeline. How can Oswald get from around the corner down there waiting for a bus at 105 all the way up this sidewalk to 10th and Patton, which is where we're going, where we will eventually be, a mile from here in 1 minute? According to witnesses, Tippett was shot at 106. And then how can he get to the Texas Theater, which is a mile from the Tippett Slang, in the amount of time that he did? Again, all on foot. And again, without any witnesses. We got some problems. Okay, thank you.